This is about the one time of the year that I get the entire puzzle family together for a family photo and to kind of spread them out. When I say the family photo, I'm talking about the puzzle cabinets and puzzle boxes that I've made, as well as the puzzle collection that I've acquired since about 2018. Late 2018 is when I started doing puzzling. And so, started out with, this is the Apothecary, a sequential discovery puzzle cabinet that I designed and built. The Parthenon, which is a sequential order puzzle cabinet. The tea chest, which was designed by Michael Pokovich in the woodworker world. I just did something to the bottom drawer. And then we have puzzle boxes 1 and 2, 3 and 4, all designed and built by myself. And I'm currently working on puzzle box 5. So the rest of the puzzles are all commercially purchased puzzles, wood, plastic, metal, a lot of metal puzzles. From brands such as Jean Claude Constatin, Siebenstein Spiel, Bits and Pieces, Puzzle Master of Canada. I've got an antique puzzle, or one from the 50s. We've got a 3D printed puzzle. We have other things like modern puzzles down here, the little car. Got the Perplexus Rebel. I'll talk about that later. And there's some others back here. It kind of makes a star pattern. And so I've been collecting, like I said, since late 2018, and this is kind of the best way to lay them out and kind of take an inventory of what's going on. This floor is where my workshop is on the Richo Woodworking channel, and so it's the cleanest spot in the garage, so I picked up everything to lay this out. This is not the largest collection in the world, and it's really not a large collection compared to a lot of other people out there, but it's a lot more stuff than I ever envisioned getting. And it's growing. The items in boxes, not the cat stacks, but cast elk, cast ogier, cast tube, which just came out, and of course button box. These are all in boxes because I haven't opened them yet. I haven't solved them. I haven't worked them yet. And so they remain in their boxes for that reason. And of course I have a lot of Hanayama in the angled pieces and angled back here. I have about 30 Hanayama puzzles in addition to the puzzle boxes, mechanical, metal, and the one computer printed puzzle. Though you cannot see, back here there are as many puzzles. There are about 50 puzzles back here, including the ones here, and about 48 on the front. So about 98 puzzles total. There's an additional one inside one of the puzzle boxes, and actually inside of the Romanian book in pieces, and I didn't want to get it out for this, so there's about 99 visible here, in addition to the multi-level ones that I have elsewhere. So as you can see, we have many different things. A lot of wooden puzzles over there on the left, and then these inner lines, inner angled lines are Hanayamas, lots of Hanayamas, and then some puzzle locks, some other items, even disentanglement puzzles. And of course, as always is the case, whenever I'm doing one of these pictures, there are some puzzles that are in pieces. And so in the back I have a couple in pieces that can be seen but are not as visible as usual. And here in the back, more puzzle boxes, more Hanayamas, including that Perplexus Rebel. Probably more like a toy than a puzzle, but it has been picked up by a lot of puzzlers. It uses your mind in the same way as you would with a puzzle. And then again, more Hanayama and a lot of Jean Claude Constatin over there in that line right there. And then I have several what I call, or what are known as, multi-level puzzles. And so this cat stacks over here is an example of a multi-level. And I also have things like Rush Hour and Not So Fast and some of those others that were made by Inside Fun. I'm often asked what my favorite puzzle is, and that would be the Viking puzzle right here on top. This is by Jean Claude Constatin. It's not a very difficult puzzle, but to me, I like all those gears and movements. It's like working an arcade game in order to get into a puzzle. And so it's a lot different of mechanism and a lot different of a solve. And so I like it for that reason. It's also very large, so you can keep other puzzles inside if you want to. Some of the additional brands here, obviously other than Hanayama, Inside 3, the Maze boxes. We have Transylvania Art with the Romanian book. And then there's also things like Sea and Melody, the Vegas Baby, and others. There's a lot of Creative Crafthouse here. Several of these boxes are from Creative Crafthouse, purchased at Mass General Stores in North Carolina and the surrounding area, where I've been out in those areas. Um, Again, a lot from Bits and Pieces. When I started buying puzzle boxes from Bits and Pieces. This was a new hobby. There was no need to go out and buy multi-dollar things like puzzle boxes from the Karakuri group or really sought after things. There's no need to pay more than $100 or even $50 sometimes for a puzzle, at least when you're starting out. And so that's why I have a lot of things that are maybe don't look as usual to you because they came from places like Bits and Pieces or Creative Crafthouse, but it's the same. It's still a puzzle box, and it's still something you have to solve. Several of them, like this one, and there's one in the front, came from a resale store, and that's a good place to find puzzles. Barnes and Noble, I've been there to get puzzles, and it's just a lot of places. If you don't have to buy everything from internationally or spend a lot of money. There's always a lot of puzzles out there that as long as it's challenging to you and fun to do, then that's really all that matters.